The Broncos will be kicking off. There's great matchups all across the park. We've told you a lot about Talakai and Staggs, but we've got the two number 7s, Reynolds and Hines. And what about Cobbo against Mulatalo? They're the two wingers on the near side for the opening 40 minutes. If you love your league, if you love being entertained, then buckle up and enjoy the ride. Round 8 is underway on Nine's Wide World of Sports, your home of the NRL. That kickoff going extremely deep. The Sharks took it. And Toby Rudolph was tackled just inside the 10. There's the first time tonight we'll see the two centres coming at each other.
That's as good as you'll see Talakai handled all night, Salty. It's a good first up hit on him.
Tony Staggs trying to prove a point early. There'll be plenty of feeling in this game. Royce Hunt in jersey number 16 is starting the game tonight. He was originally named on the bench. Nico Hines with a kick well inside their own 40. It was a good defensive set there from Brisbane, but a 4-tackle kick from the Sharks. And Samari Martin with an early touch.
Well, that was an early message there from the Sharkies, and in particular Nico Hines, happy to kick early. 4th tackle, as you said, Salty. They based a lot of their football this year around their defence, so they're going to back that in tonight.
This first half is going to be interesting from Brisbane tonight. They were slow last week to get going against the Bulldogs. Here's a run from Corey Jensen, who's making this number 8 jersey his own in recent weeks. Payne Haas under a question mark earlier on in the week. He picked up a shoulder injury against the Bulldogs, but he's playing tonight. Last play, Reynolds puts it high. Mulatalo calls Will Kennedy away from it. Takes it inside the field of play. Jordan Ricky and Katoni Staggs take him with Billy Walters there as well. Here's Talakai again. And who's on him again? Katoni Staggs. And Adam Reynolds in there as well.
Oh, Reynolds getting involved, the skipper. But it's a good response from Brisbane. They went down deep inside the Cronulla half. We see that hit there by Staggs. He looks up for this one. Ramian goes to the right side.
Yeah, Jesse Ramian. All the attention has been on the left with Talakai, but Jesse Ramian, a potent centre in his own right. And they've done well the last couple of tackles here, the Sharks, because they were going nowhere after the first 3. Now, Hines kicking from his own 40. Tamari Martin underneath it here. Gets up to his own 20 and just beyond. Dummied there to Selwyn Cobbo. Thought he was going to give it to his winger. But it was a good tackle in the end from Wilton. Speaking of Cobbo, here he is taking a hit up. And a penalty here for Brisbane, and a quick tap, and they're off. Tyson Gamble. They've called him back. They've called him back. I'm sure initially the call was play on.
He did. I seen Ashley Klein. He signalled play on.
You had a player in front when he tapped the ball.
Well, there you go.
You had Selwyn was in front when he tapped the ball.
Okay, Selwyn Cobbo was in front.
When he tapped the ball.
Must have been just. If we can get a replay and just see how close this was, because if he was onside, Tyson Gamble, yeah, he's clearly in front. He's a metre in front. Good call by the referees.
Oh, no.
Good footwork there from Tyson Gamble. They'll come back for a penalty for the Broncos on their own 30. They'll shoot for touch. Sideline tonight. Good evening to you, Darren Lockyer.
Evening, gents. Yeah, that was the touch judge that called that. I think Ashley Klein was happy to let it go, but he got a late call from the touch judge. It was the right call. Conditions are really good. 21 degrees out there and there's no wind. So we should see a really good, high-quality game of attacking football tonight.
Here's Corey Jensen. Darren Lockyer with a front row seat of that centre battle that's happening right in front of him. Payne Haas getting a pass away. And Brisbane inside the Sharks 40. Hetherington playing it. Here's Haas. He'll take the hit up his own here, but that's good tackle. Down low, Blake Brayley doing very well. Toby Rudolph in there also. Reynolds, short to Hetherington. He's tackled 21 away. Good opportunity here for Brisbane. Reynolds handling again. Little kick over the top. Ronaldo Mulitalo doing very well, taking it in the field of play.
That's a great take by Mulitalo. It was a lovely kick there by Reynolds. He just put it in no man's land. And Mulitalo, have a look at this take here. He knows he's going to be in trouble. There's going to be defence all over him, so he takes it in a sliding catch so the defenders can't take him back in goal. Well done.
He's an athlete, all right. Ronaldo Mulitalo. Just for a run from Royce Hunt. Now they're looking to shift here, the Sharks. And here's an opportunity, Nikora. And that's the last. They're caught with it on the last. I don't think they knew on the right side there that it was the last game.
I think they did, Soldy. I think Brisbane, they put a lot of kick pressure on Nicho Hynes early in this match, and he just got a little bit spooked. Maybe thought he had an opportunity to run the ball. This is a great position to receive the football for the Broncos.
30 metres away from the Sharks line. Billy Walters goes to dummy half. Jensen playing it. Reynolds drifting, passing to Murray Martin now. 25 away. Eventually playing it. Jordan Ricky with a run. Angles towards the post. There's 3 Sharks in there. Hunt and Rudolph. Brayley there as well. Walters goes to Payne Haas. Here's Tyson Gamble. Kicking. Oh, what a pickup. Nicho Hynes, great reflexes. Gets a pass away. Kennedy now. Payne Haas in pursuit. The footwork from the Sharks fullback. He's still alive, and now he's tackled. Oh, this is good stuff on this Thursday night. Moylan goes to dummy half. The Sharks now well and truly on the front foot. Nice offload there to Wilton. He'll get a pass away. Moylan to Rudolph.
Move now!
27 metres away from the line. Moylan. Here's Nicho Hynes. Kennedy. And Talakai puts it down.
Yeah, and who's the man in his face? It's Katoni Staggs. He's been all over him like a rash tonight. And the first opportunity they had in good ball here, they come to the left. Oh, look at that. Great hands there by Nicho Hynes. And then the offload to Will Kennedy. And the first set of attack that the Sharkies had, they looked for Talakai, didn't they? They knew he was the man that was going to try and bust them open.
Certainly did, and you see Katoni Staggs there get ahead of his man, halfback Adam Reynolds, and goes and puts some pressure on him as he's going to catch the ball, and that forces the error. Geez, we're in for a good night.
Well, that's the key, isn't it? We've seen tonight already, the key to trying to minimise the impact that Talakai is going to have tonight is line speed and getting up in his face.
There's Katoni Staggs and Sifa Talakai. There's good matchups right across the park. Jensen now 5 short of the halfway line. Hunt and Nikora are in there. Payne Haas goes in the Sharks territory. And an offload. Billy Walters, a juggle, hangs onto it. He did well in the end. Now Payne Haas goes flat here to Hetherington. Last play. Reynolds puts it high. Mulitalo takes it in the field of play, and a good chase here from the Broncos. Hetherington makes the tackle, or Ricky rather in the end, with Payne Haas. See, that's one. Oh, he's a strip, 2 in the tackle. So a penalty here for the Sharks, come out of their own end.
Yeah, and a timely one there, Salty, too. The Broncos have been doing a great job in defence, minimising the metres that the Sharks have had. They've done a real... They've found it pretty tough coming off their own try line tonight. That will certainly help their cause with a penalty and a great touch-finding kick.
Royce Hunt, an impressive start to the game, and that's a good strong hit up. Puts his team in good field position off the back of that penalty. Now Toby Rudolph gets a ball away that's gone forward. No, play on. It didn't go forward.
Matt Moylan, what an effort.
Yeah, he got there very well. And here's a big run from Cameron McInnes. He's only a couple of metres away from the line. But he hasn't played the ball properly.
Well, it was looking great there for the Sharkies. There was a loose ball on the field, and we just look at this replay here by Toby Rudolph. There was no touch by the Sharkies, so Matt Moylan, he just played the whistle. He managed to hold the ball there, and Cam McInnes, well, he had a player all over him. He probably did. The referee there would probably ask him just to take a bit more care in the play of the ball.
Lock him in, guys. Stay close, Matt. Wait for the break call. Stay there.
End-to-end stuff. Both teams now with a couple of opportunities throughout the game in the early exchanges.
Back in, cover it.
Corey Oates playing it in good form as of late. It's Corey Oates. Here's Kurt Capewell.
Better wait, Blake.
Of course, a former Shark, Kurt Capewell, before he went to Penrith.
Cameron, get up. And again, Blake. Wait.
Now Hetherington going to Reynolds. Martin cuts out. Staggs goes to Cobbo. He puts it on the boot. Wilton did take the Tony Staggs out. It'll be a penalty, Brisbane.
Great work by the Broncos, shifting the ball out of their own end. And this is the strike that we can see. Tamari Martin playing for it. Great ball to Selwyn Cobbo. And as we see Tony Staggs get bumped there by Teague Wilton. Down to you, Lockie.
Tamari Martin there, you can see the advantage there of being, the ball playing background, being able to sum up that 3-on-2 and get the ball out to Cobbo in space. So watch that in this set. Out the back, Tamari Martin, 3-on-2.
So Brisbane starting this set of 6, 25 away from the Sharks line. Jensen takes it to the 20-metre line. McInnes, one of the defenders there for the Sharks. Now Gamble goes short to Capel. It was forward. Forward pass from Tyson Gamble to Kurt Capel.
Well, a couple of errors starting to creep in now. Just a tick over 10 minutes. And Broncos just cannot afford to make errors in good ball like that.
Still searching for our first points. 12 minutes gone. High Sense Thursday night footy on Nine's Wide World of Sports. The Sharks with the scrum feed. Katoa playing it. Got to get over their 20. Brayley to dummy half. Here's Hunt. Good contact there from Jordan Ricky. The Sharks are rolling downfield here. 5 short of the halfway line. Wilton playing it. Brayley goes to the centre of the ground. McInnes inside ball here to Toby Rudolph. Here go Hines. Puts up a kick. Jesse Ramian trying to lead the chase. A little bit too deep. Oh, thought for a minute there that winger and fullback were going to have a case of yours and yours.
Oh, it looked like that, Salty, but Corey Oates, he took the catch in the end. I think it might have been a late call, but he took it. Yeah, it was close.
Walters the dummy half for Brisbane. Here's Jensen again, getting through a mountain of work early is Corey Jensen. 28 years of age. He made his NRL debut for the Cowboys in 2017. Walters nearly splitting him. A good run out of dummy half. Reynolds hoisted high. That's a tester. And a good take by Will Kennedy. The staggered chase, and he picks up an extra 3 or 4 metres. He's an elusive player, is Kennedy.
Pretty hot start to this game, boys. We see now after 13 minutes that that kick went up. There was 4 or 5 Sharks players only just getting back behind the football.
It's been quick start. He's someone who likes playing it quick. Brayley goes to Ramian. Bit of footwork here from Jesse. Through the centre, and they got a set restart now to the Sharks. Full set of 6, 30 metres away from the Broncos line. McInnes goes to Rudolph. Ricky, one of the defenders there, along with Jensen. Brayley goes here to McInnes, spins away from one. Can't get away from Martin and Ricky. They make the tackle, 11 metres away from the line. Brayley, Moylan, here we go. Kennedy, Ramian, the tip on here to Katoa went forward. No try here for Sione Katoa. Ashley Klein saw that one, the tip on going forward.
Yeah, it was great work by the Sharks. They used Will Kennedy, I think, as a decoy. Oh, Nico Hines as a decoy, and it was a great read by Tyson Gamble, who come flying out of the line to put the pressure on, and comes off Jesse Ramian and travels forward. But I think the Broncos will be certainly happy with their defense on their line. They've turned them away a couple of times now.
Well, we've seen these type of starts from the Broncos in several games this year already, haven't we, where they start with great energy, clearly know they're playing against a top four side, and they know they have to be up for it, but the challenge now for them is to stay in the fight, stay in the battle. We've seen the Sharks there, they're not going to go anywhere. They'll continue playing. Let's see what the Broncos have.
Tony Staggs with a run after Brisbane winning that scrum. Walters. Hunting there with the tackle along with Talakai. Slow to get up, Billy Walters. Anyone would be being tackled by those two big men. Payne Haas playing it. Here's Featherington going to Gamble. Good run there from the Broncos, number 6, his second game of the season. Featherington, Jensen with a dummy. Tackle there by, well, 4 Sharks in there in the end. Last play here for Brisbane. Reynolds puts it high. Here's a contest. Now it's a knock-on from Brisbane here, and I think 2 of them. I think the first one was knocked on by Cobbo, and then Tony Staggs knocked it on, so the Sharks will have to play the ball, but it was a good contest on this near side. Aidan Tolman about to come on. He replaces Royce Hunt. Here's the Sharks coming out of their own ends. Some good runs. Cameron McInnes already tonight is the first touch for Aidan Tolman. Brayley going to Hines. Down to Cora. Ramian was a decoy. Good tackle there. Kurt Capewell and Herbie Farnworth driving Britton Nakora back. Rudolph. Last play here for the Sharks. Brayley goes to Hines. He puts it up. Kennedy is chasing out after it. The 2 fullbacks combined. He's going to land here for Kennedy. Can he get the pass away? No.
I don't believe he did.
Is that Jordan Ricky?
It was Jordan Ricky. He's come from the other side.
He just keeps his feet moving, and that's what you want from your players. Kevy spoke about the little effort areas, and Tamari Martin goes up in the air, goes straight past it.
Can you do what? Is that legal, what Will Kennedy just did? He didn't really have eyes for the football. He just went up and just stuck an arm out in front of Tamari Martin.
Doesn't make contact. Play on.
There's your answer. There's your answer.
Okay.
Telling me how it is. It's the first time you
want to
the
challenge that,
commentary
wouldn't
box.
you, Smithy?
Oh, I challenge it. Challenge everything. Lockie sideline.
You boys ever play fullback? That's what you call a gammon. That's how you put the opposition off like it was deliberate, but nothing illegal.
Lucky we got a fullback in the commentary team tonight.
Here's Talakai looking to wind up, gets a pass away, and that's great hands from McInnes to be able to hold on to that one. Now Moylan. No one with him. They were all standing still behind Matt Moylan there. So he had to go on his own. Now it's with Rudolph. Will he pass before the line? No, he throws a dummy. He was about to throw a pass, but Adam Reynolds would have intercepted it. Here's Hines. Now Rudolph, he dives on it. Now Moylan puts in a kick, he's going to get there and score! Something out of nothing for the Sharks. And Matt Moylan scores under the post.
Well, that's really just come off nothing. The Sharks, they were looking to run the ball on the last play here on the Harvey Norman replay. Nicho Hines, he went out to his left, looked to his right, no one was there. Toby Rudolph, he scooped it off the ground, and Matt Moylan said, well, I'll just do the rest. And he goes in and scores a try.
It's great work by Matt Moylan. He's seen Tamari Martin come out of the line and put pressure when the ball was on the ground. Matt Moylan picks it up and knows that and just puts a lovely little grubber in behind the line and scores straight under the post.
Nicho Hines converts from right in front. Not as slick as what they were last week. Matt Moylan enjoying life in the number 6 jersey for the Sharks. And opening the scoring for us tonight. Well, there had to be a try sooner or later. It's been end-to-end stuff. And finally, we got our first points of the night. Aiden Solomon now. Tom Flegler, one of the defenders. So Kevin Walters has gone to his bench. I see Keenan Pulasia out on the field as well. He gets involved in this tackle on Talakai. Eventually, he's still going. Oh, he's told to go back and play the ball. So he was held, according to Ashley Klein. Toby Rudolph, 9 short of the halfway line here. They're rolling here now, the Sharks. Nicho Hines with room to move. Good tackle there from Herbie Farnworth. Great set of 6 after points. Britton Nakora. Tackled there by Payne Haas and Kurt Capewell. Here's the last, and a chance now for an attacking kick from Nicho Hines. He puts it high. That's going to land here. It's allowed to bounce. And fortunate there for Brisbane that they were able to get back and defuse the situation, because it was all Sharks just steaming down on Selwyn Cobbo.
Well, they were fortunate that Aiden Tolman didn't want a bar of that kick, Salty. He was there to catch it. The ball landed about a metre in front of his feet. Big front row, he was happy to let it bounce and tackle Cobbo a couple of metres from his line. A little bit worrying signs for the Broncos for me. The Sharkies are starting to find a few little inroads in and around the play, the ball through their middles. Cam McInnes being the main man there. They're going to have to tighten up their defence if they want to stay close with these Sharkies.
There's Keenan Pulasia. Now, there was almost not a dummy half there for Brisbane, because Billy Walters has come off. He's a torp from Reynolds, and a good take too. Above his head, Will Kennedy.
Oh, how about just the catch in the hands of the torpy, JT?
Outstanding work by Will Kennedy. Down to you, Lockie.
Yeah, it was a good kick by Reynolds. I think I can see down here at ground level with the Sharks, they're just the urgency to play the football quickly, and it just gets them over the advantage line. And their halves just get the ball with plenty of time and space. Just watch how quick they get to play the ball.
Moylan goes to Hines. Here's Kennedy, straight through, gets a pass away. Katoa can't take it.
It's great work by the Sharkies. They came to the left-hand side and then spread it out to the right by Matt Moylan. And they find some. Here he comes, drifting across field, ball in 2 hands. And great work by Nicho Hines to straighten up the attack. Hits Will Kennedy. Just the last pass. just not sticking tonight for the Sharkies.
No, they're a touch off, I reckon, JT. I'm not sure what you think, but they're just a touch off from what they've been in the last couple of weeks. A little bit unorganised in some of their set plays. A couple of passes going to ground.
Let's go, Will, find you. Head in, Britain. Wait there,
What Darren Lockyer was saying about the speed of play. Corey Pakes, who took the ball out of the back of the scrum, is on the field now for Brisbane. That's when they really started to spark in attack last week against the Bulldogs. Here's Ricky. Tackle from Wilton down low on Jordan Ricky. Now Flegler passing before the line. Pulasia. Reynolds, beautiful ball. Capewell, he's puts a kick in. Is he going to get there? Moylan's got it. Great play.
Well, I think he thought back to, I think Kurt Capewell was thinking back to his field goal heroics where he just nailed that right foot drop goal earlier in the season. He thought, I'll try it again with the boot. But that time it come off the outside of the right foot. If he looked out to his left, there was teammates streaming down the field. And I don't know, if he couldn't have got the pass to him, maybe he should have just taken the tackle. Lockie.
I think you've been watching Billy Slater's Origin highlights. That was about the same spot. Billy kicked it, but different result.
Who set that try up originally?
He was onside by a metre.
Good evening, Gus. He'll be watching at home. Shaking his head profusely. Now McInnes. The Sharks, after that penalty from the flop from Brisbane down the other end of the field, on the front foot again. Hines, Kennedy. By Ricky. Hakes in there as well. Aidan Tolman. Cameron McInnes. Hines puts it down. And there was a knock on. Waiting for the whistle there from Ashley Klein.
They might challenge this, Salty.
Come forward. Yeah. That's a ruling. Okay.
This is a fair challenge. I thought live it
Okay, we have a captain's
come
challenge
out
from
backwards
Hines,
out of the
Cronulla,
hands.
challenging the decision of a knock-on.
Just looking to determine if the ball goes forward or back off Nico Hines.
What do you think, JT?
That's 50. Isn't that backwards? Am I seeing things?
Well, they look at where he's facing, angles, slowing it down.
Does that ball go backwards or?
Is it initially forward and then
Ball
the right
hits Nico
hand?
Hines' hands, travels towards the opponent's goal line, which is a knock-on. We have a decision. The challenge is unsuccessful.
Cameron?
Yeah, that's a knock-on. That's a
You guys
knock-on.
have no more challenges.
So there we go, it's a knock-on.
Well, Nico Hines, he challenged it pretty much straight away, so he was pretty confident that it wasn't a knock-on. But
I was wondering if the right hand's
no.
involvement there made it go backwards. Might have been knock-on initially and then gone back.
Him, Will.
anyway, we move on. Broncos ball.
It is, and the Sharks have used their challenges, and I've just received a text message from Phil Gould who says, it's 2 words, offside Slater.
Stay in, Will.
Well, Gus won the series that year, so it's just one little highlight for Queensland to save.
Jesse, move! Here's 10, Toby, Cameron, wait!
Corey Pakes the dummy half. Keenan Pulasia now.
Let him up, Aiden!
Oh, he's lost it. And I thought I saw a little bobble there from Pulasia. Good contact there from Tolman and Rudolph.
Ready on the scrum, guys? Ready on the scrum?
Not what you want when you're coming out of your own end
Okay, scrum here.
after you just had a scrum.
It's over this side, Adam.
Get your breath back.
Matt.
Need to concentrate.
Second nose on lock spine.
There it is.
And this is what I mentioned a little bit earlier, fellas, about the Broncos, about their great starts in the first sort of 15, 20 minutes, about trying to maintain that standard for the whole half.
Talakai gets a ball away. Just good ball work
Trick shot.
from the Sharks. The 6 and 7 getting into the action there. Moylan and Hines. Hines was tackled.
You're late on him. 6 again.
Set restart. On tackle one. Wilton goes to Rudolph.
Hey, move! Mark straight!
He's played the opening 27 minutes. Toby Rudolph. Now McInnes to Tolman. Now look forward. It was forward. You're right, Cameron. They're just not as polished as what we've seen in recent times.
No, and it's not by much, Salty. They're just off by a touch, as I mentioned earlier. You know, when we seen these guys play last week, they were crisp, they were fast. Everyone knew exactly what hole they were running into. The timing of their runs were exquisite. But tonight, it's just a touch out, and that's all you need to be at this level.
Now, NRL Magic Round is returning to Brisbane this May for an epic three-day festival. Every premiership match of round 10 from Suncorp Stadium here in Brisbane. Secure a 3 or 1 day pass at nrl.com/tickets. Here's a penalty, Brisbane.
This is what they needed. Penalty, get down the other end and start building a bit of pressure. Ask a couple of questions. Can't score a try, put in a good kick, a contested kick or a repeat set.
What a good touch finder that was from Adam Reynolds.
That's a good start. Great touch finder there. They're now 30 metres out from Cronulla Sharks try line.
Staggs goes to Reynolds. Here's Flegler. In there again, Toby Rudolph. McInnes there also. Now Pulasia. Payne Haas has it. Backs his way into the Sharks defence. He's still going forward. 9 away from the line. Pulasia goes on his own. He's tackled 3 away. Rudolph, one of the defenders as well. Now Reynolds goes to Ricky, puts it down.
It's the right play, just the execution. You can see Talakai just about to pull the trigger on the outside. Holds his line. Outside shoulder of Moylan, and he comes up with the right tackle, forces the error.
Let's get 6 here, guys.
So Kevin Walters there, frustrated in the coach's box.
I feel as though Craig Fitzgibbon would feel the same as well with the Sharks football side. We haven't really seen a passage of football now for quite some time. It's just been error on error. The first team that can string together maybe 4 or 5 sets of 6 here, Salty, they'll be able to. They might be able to break away from the opposition.
Slow to get up there was Brenton Nikora. There is Craig Fitzgibbon. Sharks coach's box. Steve Price next to him is Nico Hines. Looking threatening. McInnes now gets a pass away, and this is Jesse Ramian. Good run from the Sharks centre. Last play. Moylan at first receiver. Hines. Lovely ball. Mulatalo. Oh, they collided. Jordan Ricky takes it.
Well, Jordan Ricky's back there again. He chased back earlier too, didn't he?
He certainly did.
It's the effort plays that you need. Your sides down on the scoreboard, you need those effort plays, and he's got the little knock too for his effort.
Look at this defence here from the Sharks. They're circling the Broncos. Brisbane still only 11 metres away from their line. Halfway through the set, they need some big runs here. There's the take. Payne Haas gets beyond the 30. They needed that from Haas and the run prior from Corey Oates. Reynolds.
Oh, no.
Out on the full. Great pressure. Good defensive set from the Sharks.
Yeah, it was. It was great pressure by the Sharkies, and Adam Reynolds, you can see here, he grabs the ball, he tries to put in a torpedo, one of those spiral kicks, and it just rolls off the outside of the boot. That's the trouble you can get yourself into when you're going for those big spiral bombs. If you miss-time them, miss-hit them, they can go anywhere.
Tolman with the ball for Cronulla. 29 away from the line. Here's Nico Hines with an early kick. He's going to chase out after it. Gamble's there, backs it in.
Great work, Nico Hines. He's seen Tamari Martin at A defender, which is the first defender off the ruck on the short side. As you see, the number 1 there, and he kicks back towards the posts, away from that short side, and gets his side a repeat set. This is what you call building pressure and playing what you see in front of you.
I'll tell you what else, JT, it shows it's a player playing with a lot of confidence. He's got the ball there first off the ruck. He looked up, he's seen the opposition fullback in front of him. Well, that's green lights for him to have a crack at his own chip and chase.
Jack Williams for the Sharks. 30 away as they begin this set. A repeat set on Brisbane line. Looking for their second try of the game. Cronulla leading 6-0. Now it's with Moylan. Kennedy, beautiful hands. Oh, he had Mulatalo screaming for it. Now Mulatalo goes to dummy half. He'll almost get there. It's a set restart. Brisbane players inside the 10.
Adam Reynolds.
Tackle 1. We've got a lot of blood coming out here.
Yeah, it looks like Adam Reynolds he's copped a knock to the head. He's bleeding. And he stayed down. The Broncos trainer there, Matt Barradini, signalled to the referee that they needed to stop. Let's see this play here from the Sharkies. It was great work by Will Kennedy to get on the outside of Tony Staggs, and that's where the incident happened there for Adam Reynolds.
Straight elbow.
Oh.
He's receiving treatment there. Cronulla leading 6-0. Adam Reynolds coming from the fields. Blood pouring out of her nose. He's coming from the field as an HIA replacement here is Adam Reynolds. Let's have another look at it.
Yeah. Oh, there it was there. It was just a stray elbow from Will Kennedy. Got him right on the beak. They hurt.
So here go the Sharks. Williams. Good tackle, Jordan Ricky. Moylan now, a couple of metres away from the line. Talakai, they'll stop him. Great tackle, Tony Staggs. A try saver on Talakai. Play on here for Cronulla. Nico Hines now plays in motion. Nakora. Good defence, Gamble and Farnworth. Tolman now. He tries to set sail towards the line. He's going to be stopped. Brayley, little kick in the goal area. It is a beauty! Can he get there? No, he can't, and it'll be a dropout.
I don't believe there's a touch. I think it's come off top. It's going to be looked at.
This will be checked because it is.
Have a look at this
situation.
Smart play by Brayley. He's a good number 9, very smart. Look at the ball stays in play, and then Flegler does it touch the line before he gets hands to it. We'll have a close look here. The bunker's looking at it currently. Does it hit the line? It does.
Yep, they'll come out to the 20.
Smart play by Bailey. He's seen that Tamari Martin was caught on the short side, so he jumps out and just puts it on the foot. And Nelly wins the race.
Sway in the middle.
Corey Oates for Brisbane.
Wait, Jack. Go 0. Play where you are, Corey.
Now Pulasia.
Jack! Blake straight, Matt Wade.
Changing momentum there because Cronulla would have had another set of 6. It was a near thing. Now Martin goes out to Cobbo. Sharks defence read that one well. That's that play Darren Lockyer was telling you about earlier. Tamari Martin going to Selwyn Cobbo. Now Payne Haas. 40 metres away from the line. Corey Pake steps out of dummy half. Goes to Tyson Gamble.
Let go!
Kurt Capewell, good defence from Cronulla. Payne Haas, Tyson Gamble. Now to Murray Martin, Katoni Staggs. Katoni!
Oh my gosh!
What a try! What a player! Katoni Staggs, take him out!
Outstanding work from the Broncos. They have a crack out to the left, and then they come back to the right. Tyson Gamble's done a great job on the Harvey Norman replay. Digs into the line to Murray Martin, to Tony Staggs. He shows Selwyn Cobbo on the inside, and just pure strength, pace. Just goes straight over and scores a try. Tony Staggs, outstanding.
Well, didn't he do well to stay in the field of play there, Jono? Well, it's 1-0. Katoni Staggs over Talakai.
It's exactly what the Broncos needed. But Tyson Gamble, he touched the ball 3 times in that set. And this is what Lockie was talking about. Tamari Martin being able to give the ball to these boys on the outside, and Katoni Staggs. Brute straight. Down to you, Lockie.
Yeah, well, Gamble's gone to halfback now, Reynolds off, and he just was really heavily involved in that set. And then Katoni Staggs, you just saw as Cobbo drops off underneath him, the hesitation from Mulatano, and that's just enough to give Katoni Staggs that space that he needs to score. It comes on with speed and then power. He uses that every week, but you can't stop that. So right on the stroke of half-time, that'll give him heaps of momentum.
Well, it certainly will, Lockie. And the thing that the Broncos have done well tonight in this first half, when they've been able to string together some sets of 6, is their ball movement. They've had great ball movement. They've been guilty in the early rounds of this year where they've just gone hit up, hit up, hit up. Every tackle in a set of 6 and then a kick. Whereas tonight it's been great ball movement between their forwards. Adam Reynolds has been heavily involved also. And that time they went 3 consecutive tackles where they went shift, 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 and caught some space out wide.
Adam Reynolds off the field, so here's Katoni Staggs. He's kicked 33 goals in his NRL career. Katoni Staggs from out wide, he'd love to convert that one. His own try, strikes it pretty well, will hold its line. What a kick!
Hey, you like that one, Freddie?
Stay behind!
6-all. Katoni Staggs, what a try. Here's Flegler. Staggs is set for a ripping second half. Don't go anywhere.
Wait, go.
High Sense Thursday night footy here on 9.
Held! Release play!
And the 2 minutes left in the first half. Ricky playing it. Now Corey Pakes goes to Pulasia. Tackle from the Cora.
Go, Aiden. That's right. Marcus, cover.
Payne Haas. Charge from him.
Release D! Mark straight!
Good contact too there from Jack Williams. Can put Payne Haas down. You don't see that too often. Tamari Martin with a good run into
Back here, go.
Sharks territory.
Payne's come out clutching the left shoulder, which is that AC joint that I think we hurt last week.
Oh, they've taken it here. It's going to be still the last here for Brisbane. It's all gone backwards. And now they put it down.
It's the last tackle to be a play the ball.
Oh, if we can go back to where that play just started, as we're looking at Payne Haas there, he is favouring that left shoulder. He's carrying it. But this is the last tackle here. They go to the heavens.
Stay straight, Tony.
And Herbie comes up with it. If he just passes maybe to Flegler. He's probably thinking, no, I don't want to give it to the front row prop.
Sharks now 40 metres away, 30 seconds left in the half. McInnes goes to Nakora. Farnworth wraps him up. Katoa has it. Goes to Ramian. 28 away from the line.
Field goal.
Maybe the last play. Well, you've picked it here. Nico Hines kicks it. And it is a beauty. He's kicked that one. Nico Hines with the 1 point right on half-time. So the Sharks will take the lead into the break. That's been entertaining, the opening 40 minutes. Nico Hines with the 1 point. Called beautifully from one of the greatest captains the game has ever seen. He probably would have done the same, Cameron Smith, and Nico Hines gives Cronulla a 1 point lead. At halftime here at Suncorp Stadium, the Sharks 7 lead the Broncos 6.
Craig, you've just addressed the team before you head back up to the coach's box. What was your message to them?
I thought it was a really physical opening 40. I thought obviously our execution rate's down a little bit. We need to get that a bit sorted out. But no, we're in the battle and pretty comfortable with how we're going.
Good luck in the second.
Thank you.
Danica Mason there with Sharks coach Craig Fitzgibbon. The Sharks do have a 1 point lead going into the second half thanks to that first half field goal just before the break from Nico Hines. A tight match. CC for Talakai will be looking for revenge on Katoni Staggs in the second half after the Staggs scored Brisbane's only try of the game in the opening 40. Cameron, how do you see this one playing out now as we enter the second half?
Well, you just heard Craig Fitzgibbon talk about the Sharks wanting to clean up their completion rate. They're actually, at the moment, they're 16 from 22, which is probably not where they want to be right now. That's a touch under 75%. So to their standards, I think that's a little bit below par. So I think you'll see a Sharky side come out and complete high in this second half. For the Broncos, they just need to maintain the energy that they're playing at and that ball movement that we spoke about, Salty.
Well, just about ready for the second half. The Sharks leading by 7 points to 6. Let's see how this second 40 plays out. I sense Thursday night footy on Nine's Wide World of Sports. Let's go straight down to Danica Mason with a pilot medical update. Danica?
Yes, we can see Adam Reynolds has come back out onto the field for the second half. He's passed his HIA, but I've just spoken to some of the Broncos players and he's got a nasty gash on his face. There was a lot of blood, so he's had that stitched up. And apparently he has another cut from last week as well, just around the eye as well. So not a good few weeks for Adam Reynolds.
No, certainly not. There's a penalty for Brisbane. Now, since 1998, he's been busy. He's been busy. Donovan Middleton has been busy here. 7 teams have led 7-6 at half-time. Only 2 have won.
Wow.
Only 2 have won.
That's a good stat.
Were either of you a fan of a first half field goal?
Yeah, particularly in that circumstance there where it was highly unlikely they could score a try. Why not take the 1 point and get the advantage?
JT, your thoughts?
Yeah, definitely. Going to the sheds a point up. Certainly could count at the back end of the game.
Here's Katoni Staggs, well wrapped up there by Talakai and Moylan are in there. Payne Haas. He was holding his shoulder in the latter stages of the first half, so he's okay to continue. It's slow getting up there. Now Tamari Martin puts in a kick, and there's a knock on there. And they can't challenge either the Sharks because they burned their challenge in the first half.
Yeah, Matty Moylan, well, he picked it. He read that Tamari Martin was trying to just thread this ball through and he stuck the right mid out and he slapped it forward. Great opportunity now for the Broncos. Are they going to go to Staggs, you reckon, JT?
Yeah, certainly you would. I'd like to see the scrum taken over on the scrum line. So then it gets more room for Katoni Staggs to be one-on-one with Talakai.
They feed the scrum. Corey Pakes is at the back of it. Which way will they go? No, they go away from Staggs. Reynolds loops a pass. It's Herbie Farnworth. And Farnworth is tackled 5 away from the line. Tyson Gamble. He's Keenan Pulasia. Good tackle, Cameron McInnes. Good contact there on Pulisier. Payne Haas passing before the line. Gamble goes short. And Jordan Ricky tackled. Sharks defence holding firm. Now Flegler steaming onto that one. And good contact on Flegler. They force him back. Numbers to the left here for Brisbane. They've got a big backline set. They go that way. Reynolds, Gamble, Farnworth gets there. Herbie Farnworth puts Brisbane in front.
Great work there by the Broncos. And it was identified not only by yourself there, Salty, but the playmakers from the Brisbane team. Harvey Norman replay that was stacked out to this left-hand side. And just have a look how Tyson Gamble just takes the ball into the line to allow Herbie Farnworth a one-on-one opportunity with Jesse Ramian. Now, if he passes early, the inside defence can come release and get in and help Jesse Ramian. But by going into the defensive line of the Sharks, he just allows Herbie that one-on-one opportunity. And when he's that close to the try line, he's very hard to stop, is Herbie Farnworth.
It was great ball movement by the Broncos. They went to the right-hand side, played short into the back row, and then they go back towards the middle. And as you mentioned, Tyson Gamble takes it far enough on the to the line. It's Herbie Farnworth one-on-one. Down to you, Lockie.
They got their depth right too. They came onto the footy, and then Jesse Raymond, he went up, but then he had to become passive, and he was retreating. And then Herbie Farnworth one-on-one against a retreating centre. That's music to his ears, you see there. So again, getting some depth, coming onto the football, putting the defence under pressure, yields some points for the Broncos, and they hit the lead.
Herbie Farnworth made his NRL debut against the Sharks back in 2019. Here's Reynolds from out wide, off the upright, no goal. Herbie Farnworth with the try that puts Brisbane in front. Brisbane have won 7 of their last 9 games against the Sharks. Flegler tackled 11 metres away from his own line. Sorry to Adam Reynolds for bringing it up, but I don't think he likes taking conversions from that spot. And I'm sorry to South fans that are watching tonight.
Yeah, ever since that kick in the grand final last year, not his most favourable spot on the Suncorp Stadium turf to take a shot at goal.
Leave the poor bloke alone, jeez.
You know what?
We're not having a crack, JT. It's just stating some facts, mate.
Sticking up for the halfback.
He's a good goal kicker. Great
Certainly
goal.
is. Now, Telstra is proud to be the naming rights partner of the NRL Telstra Premiership for 21 consecutive years. There's going to be a turnover here. That was the last tackle. Brisbane caught with the ball.
Yeah, Corey Pakes come out of dummy half, saw an opportunity. Pass it to Keenan Pulisier and then gets tackled with the ball, so it's not what you want after points.
Play where you are, Jesse.
Now Brayley passes on the bounce here. It's picked up by McInnes. Just inside Brisbane's territory. Cronulla's turn to hit back. Good run there from Jack Williams. It's been good since coming off the bench in the latter stages of the first half. Nakora back towards the centre of the ground. Payne Haas and Corey Pakes with the tackle. Now Tolman. Moylan. Kennedy with a dummy. Tries to get through. Adam Reynolds read it beautifully in defence, the Broncos halfback. Now Matt Moylan puts in a kick. Ramian out after it for the Sharks. But Herbie Farnworth flies high and takes it well there for Brisbane.
Yeah, great catch by Herbie Farnworth. He had many to contend with. As Corey Oates
gets through. Up towards the halfway line. He's got support. Wouldn't go to Herbie, who was going beep, 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 give me the ball. He wouldn't give it to him. And now there was no one at dummy half, but Herbie's there to save the day. He rides again.
What was he doing, Salty?
Beep, beep, Herbie. Herbie was going bananas on the inside. Now it was touched by a shark, so
Release, that's 0.
back to tackle 0 here for the Broncos. Jordan Ricky. Tackled by Wilton. Flegler, Payne Haas, Tyson Gamble, Kirk Capewell. Set restart again. 12 away from the line. Corey Pakes, Keenan Pulasia. Straightens up. He's only a couple of metres short. Stands in the tackle. Corey Pakes. It's all Brisbane the start of the second half. Gamble, Farnworth. Can he put a bit of footwork on? It's good work down low by Nico Hines. Over the top was Aidan Tolman. Now Gamble. Pakes. Flegler from the standing start. Tries to wind up. Tries to shrug away from the Sharks defenders. Gets an offload away. Pulasia. Gamble. Capewell. Kurt Capewell reaches out, plants it down, another try to Brisbane.
Great work by the Broncos off the back of an offload. They get the ball into their strike weapons' hands. The halves, Tyson Gamble gets the ball on the Harvey Norman replay as we have a look at Corey Oates. Look at him go, winding back the clock. They set up camp down here, and Tyson Gamble finds the right man. A late offload. Again, just great footwork by Kurt Capewell. Gets on the outside of Nico Hines. There's too much strength. You just got to keep your feet when you're defending like that.
Well, it was great work, wasn't it, JT? Originally by Thomas Flegler. He was able to stand in the tackle of Cam McInnes and another Sharks player. He had 2 defenders on him and he was able to get the late offload. And when you get the late offload, you have a retreating defence, as we see here, as the ball went to the right-hand side. Flegler, he comes off the right foot there. He wrestles a little bit with Cam McInnes. You see the Cronulla Sharks are heading back towards the try line. And it's a great time to attack the opposition with a late offload. And Capewell, well, he did Nico Hines for footwork there. He got him with the wrong shoulder, got the head in front. It was a great try.
You like that one, Kurt Capewell and Adam Reynolds looking to convert. This one a little easier and he guides it through. With a try for Brisbane. Kurt Capewell down to you, Lockie.
Yeah, well, you're probably getting rolled right here. Wade Graham, he's on for the Sharks. He hasn't played at this level since June last year. Obviously an experienced player, but he'll be a little bit rusty. But we said it in the first half, that the team that can hold the football and build momentum will find points. And that's exactly what happened there with the Broncos. A few repeat sets and then fatigue sets into the defence. So here we go again.
Yeah, Herbie Farnworth's got it. And he's up over the halfway line, got support inside. Throws a dummy. Kennedy does well. Great one-on-one tackle. He just couldn't find Tamari Martin there, Herbie Farnworth. Now Reynolds, the centre of the ground. No one to give it to. He's drifting, running, tries to straighten. Tackle there by Rudolph. Corey Pakes goes to Payne Haas. And Haas is tackled, 20 away from the line. Here's the last. Reynolds shows the kick, goes to Martin. Farnworth will be Tackle with the ball. Turnover.
There's great play by the Broncos down this left side again. We see Tamari Martin put Herbie Farnworth into space. And the Sharks did a great job to get back there and shut that down. Off that play the ball, though, the Broncos did go out to the right-hand side. Will Kennedy is the fullback. He was involved in that tackle with Herbie Farnworth. And I thought there was an opportunity to put a kick in, but they chose to hold the ball.
There was a lot of space in the backfield off the back of that, so...
Here's Toby Rudolph. Ran for 80 metres in the first half and 24 tackles. It was a good shift for the number 8. On a Intrust Super Cup Grand Final here with Redcliffe. Toby Rudolph. Here's a kick and a contest and a good take by Tamari Martin. In heavy traffic, he did well. Selwyn Cobbo. A good take here from Tamari Martin. Matt Moylan is putting pressure on him.
Let him up, Toby. Wait straight.
Brisbane on their own 30. Hakes. The Tony Staggs.
Up, Toby.
Wade Graham in there, affecting the tackle with Toby Rudolph. Now Flegler. Late offload to Payne Haas. Dancing with them. And into Sharks territory he goes on the last. Reynolds puts it high. Mulatalo underneath it, takes it well, and Selwyn Cobbo takes him.
Well, it's clear that the Broncos are on top right now, and it's important that they maintain this energy that they're playing with, the effort that they're playing with, and also their completions are outstanding in the second half. Lockie just mentioned about the team that holds on to the footy. The best in the second 40 will go on with it. And just looking at the Sharkies, they look a little bit fatigued to me. We mentioned in the first half they look slightly off. Just look a little bit tired.
Wade Graham. What are you looking for, JT, as it's the last tackle from Nicho Hines in particular here in this second half as the Sharks try to chase the game, and that kick was charged down, so the Sharks might get to play the ball here. They'll benefit from this.
They certainly will. From Nicho, he just needs to get his kicking game right. You've seen Adam Reynolds there put the high ball into the corner, bringing the... As we see the replay.
We've brought a charge down. The time's gone though. The time's gone though.
He's pleading with him, isn't he?
Well, Adam Reynolds wasn't asking to challenge. He was asking about the ruling. He was asking what the rule was. As we see Payne Haas, he's gone up the tunnel. We'll have to check with Danica soon to see what's happening there with Payne Haas. But I'm with JT. If Nicho Hines can get his kicking game in order, as well as trying to just get their sets a little bit more organised. I think they've just been a little bit unorganised and a little bit too unstructured tonight.
Tolman to Ramian. This is a good opportunity for the Sharks. Their best bit of field position for the second half. Brayley takes off. Good tackle, Flegler. One-on-one had to be made. Ramian to dummy half. Goes here to Moylan. Inside pass to Wilton. He gets an offload away. Moylan, Nicho Hines, stepping. Here goes Nicho. Gets a pass away, Wade Graham. He'd love to find the line here in his return. He's tackled 2 metres away from it. The Sharks knocking on the door. They need to hit back. Kennedy. He's wrapped up. One of those players where you jump up out of your seat when he gets the ball. Set restart. That was on the last as well. Here's Rudolph. They'll do well. Hit Brisbane here to hold on. Here come the Sharks. Momentum shift. Kennedy. Ramian. Jesse Ramian for the line. He's a metre away. Brayley from dummy half. Moylan, Hines. Quick hands away. Mulatalo. Out the back of Tony Staggs. Look out, gets a pass away. Jordan Ricky's got it. Oh, how's this for entertainment on this Thursday night? Hobbo to dummy half. Brisbane into Sharks territory. End-to-end action. Played well.
Use the football, Broncos.
Now Corey Jensen takes a hit up. A lot of talk in back play between Reynolds and Gamble. They'll go to Reynolds. He puts a kick in. Gamble, who ran into a Sharks player there. I don't think there was any Sharks player taking him out. I just think he ran straight into.
No, I think they just held their ground there, Salty, which they're entitled to do. And the Broncos, well, Adam Reynolds was one, and the chaser of the Broncos ran into them. But I'll ask JT, because he was one of the great players that, in these type of moments, as we see a line break by Cam McInnes.
McInnes goes to Hines.
When the Broncos made that line break, JT, and you had all of the defenders, the Sharks defenders coming back, do you take more hit-ups or do you try and shift the ball?
No, that's when you need to find the ball to your strike weapons. And that's Tony Staggs on that right side. Cobbo comes out to the left. They've got a couple of tackles to set up a play, but you certainly want to be finding your weapons with a retreating defensive line.
Selwyn Cobbo diffusing that situation there for Brisbane. The Broncos on their own 10. All right, Brisbane are in front, 16 points to 7, nearing the 58th minute mark, and let's take you to the Broncos coaches box. Kevin Walters joining us. Kevy, must be happy with this response from your team in the second half so far.
Well, it's been good so far, Pete, but obviously still a long way to go just yet in the game. We're just making a couple of changes, trying to get some more energy out there for our defensive line. But yeah, it's been good so far.
Kevin, it looks like the boys are willing to use the football a bit more tonight. Is that something that you've been working on all year, or is it just specifically for the Sharkies?
No, all year, mate. It's, I think it's important to use the ball and shift the ball when you can, and we have good strike, out wide, so we've got to play to our strengths, and we're trying to do that, but it's not always that easy, Cameron, as you know.
Kevin, what was your message to the boys at half-time?
I just fix up our discipline, JT. We just a couple of penalties and a couple of 6-agains, which really, a couple of kicks that we put in that, didn't create too much pressure. So just that more than anything, and playing our sets, particularly in good ball.
Currently on top, Kevy. 20 minutes to go in this half, or in the entire game. What's important now for the boys to finish it off?
Oh, just more of the same, Cameron. Just keep playing. Cronulla look like they're going to try and build some stuff here, and we just got to tackle, make our tackles, and when we get the ball, use the ball appropriately.
Appreciate your time, Kevin. Good luck for the last 20 minutes.
Thanks, gents.
Great stuff there with the Broncos coach, Kevin Walters. Corey Oates now for Brisbane. Herbie Farnworth. On his own 20. Tyson Gamble going to dummy half. Reece Kennedy on the field for Brisbane. We didn't see him in the first half. Corey Jensen. Now Billy Walters, who's back out there going for a run into Sharks territory. A pilot medical update. Down to you, Danica.
Yes, unfortunately for the Broncos, Payne Haas will not be returning tonight. Just spoke to the bench and they say he has succumbed to that shoulder injury that he's been struggling with for a few weeks now. They said he's done really well to get through the amount of time that he has on the field because he's in a lot of pain.
Yeah, that's something we'll keep an eye on throughout the week. Here's Talakai for the Sharks. Good charge there from Rudolph. In the Broncos territory go the Sharks. Here's McInnes. He's busy tonight. Tackled by Walters down low. Now Matt Moylan plays in motion on his outside. Kennedy goes to Mulatalo. He'll be wrapped up. It's on the last. Kennedy to dummy half. Nico Hines would be in two minds before he put the kick in, but it's not a bad kick. Good take in the end from Herbie Farnworth, who beats the initial player again.
How good's Herbie playing tonight? He's on fire. And they've got to be careful putting that kick across field to the Broncos' left edge. Over to Herbie. He's got a great knack of getting up high, taking that ball, and then beating defenders.
Soft contract too, Herbie Farnworth. Reece Kennedy now for Brisbane. He's the target of a number of clubs, Herbie, including the Dolphins. Now Jensen. Baby Hetherington about to come onto the fields again to rejoin the action. Reynolds puts it high. Militalo underneath it. Should take it. No problem. But then Tony Staggs charging through, makes the tackle.
It's a great kick by Adam Reynolds. Put it right on the money just before that try line. And this is what Kevy was talking about. Energy and defence. They've just got to be disciplined here, the Broncos.
Tackle 3, the Sharks 11 metres away from their own line. Now they reached the 20. And just beyond. That was a good run, much needed run for his team from Jesse Ramian. Nico Hines drifting, links up with Moylan. Wade Graham now. Tackled by Reynolds and Ricky. Kick from well inside the 40, but it's straight down the throat there of Corey Oates, who tries to wind up and put a little bit of a step on there, does Corey Oates. Brisbane now through Capewell. Kennedy. On the Sharks 40. Gamble. Oh, there's a mistake. And Jesse Ramian knocked it on in trying to pick it up. But they needed that error there, the Sharks.
Where do you want the scrum?
They certainly did.
Scrum in the middle.
The Broncos are winning the field position battle, and they're again putting them under the pump here out on the left-hand side. Just the execution of this pass out in front of Tamari Martin. They turn it over in good field position.
And that is the first error for the Broncos in this second half, boys. So that shows why they are on top and why they had so much energy. They've held on to the football.
Blind in. Tomorrow. Just wait, Nico. Blake.
I wouldn't mind.
Sharks turn to do so, Ken.
I was just about to say, Salty, I wouldn't mind what the Sharks need to do here. They need to change momentum. All the momentum was with the Broncos. An early kick deep to the corner and then a really big defensive set to try and wrestle back momentum of this match. That's what's needed now.
This play with the ball, Braden Trindle could be a bit of an X factor in the back end of this game. With his speed, now Nico Hines goes flat there to Wade Graham. Now McInnes, Moylan, Nakora. Can he get a pass away to Ramian? He can. Back towards the centre of the ground. And McInnes, good solid contact. That Kobe Hetherington it was. Last play here for the Sharks. Moylan shaped the kick, went to Hines. He goes to Kennedy. Kennedy with a kick, and it goes too deep.
It's great work by Tamari Martin to let that go, the patience that he's shown, but the Sharks certainly look dangerous on this left-hand side. Nico Hines, William Kennedy, just too much with the boot. The 7th tackle restart for the Broncos. They'll be able to put in an attacking kick or get a repeat set on the back of this.
Well, if he had his time again, JT, he probably would have just taken that tackle, Will Kennedy. He would have been tackled inside the 10-metre zone of the Broncos. But he has been the most likely for the Sharks all night.
There's an error. So it's back-to-back errors now for Brisbane. It was a good shot there on Reece Kennedy.
Toby Rudolph, I think it was.
Wasn't it? Yeah.
Up under the ball.
Let go now!
And this is where the halves need to connect here for the Sharks. If there any chance. You can't be sitting back waiting. You need to be instructing your players to get to field position and then use your 6, 7 and 1.
Nico Hines. Now it's with Katoa. Sione Katoa. There's a few Brisbane players out on their feet here. Katoa 15 metres away from the line. Here's a big opportunity for the Sharks. McInnes. He's wrapped up. Kennedy and Walters making the tackle. Trindle at first receiver goes to Hines. Now Ramian. Jesse Ramian. It'll be hard to stop if he winds up. He can't because There's a tackle made down low by Hetherington. Now Brayley, Royston Hunt, he'll be fresh. He's just come on the field, Royce Hunt. That's a great tackle right on the line. Jordan Ricky again. Brayley, Hines, Moylan, out wide, Militaro, they wrap him up.
Great defense by the Broncos.
10 by 10.
Get a high shot, they're out on their feet. Hands on hips. Have a look at the desperation. Again, a great read by Selwyn Cobbo. Katoni Staggs comes in to assist. It's going to give the Broncos a lot of confidence.
Yeah, huge rap to the Broncos there. They were actually outmanned 5-on-3 when that play the ball started. Adam Reynolds defending as the 3-man. He was the first defender off the ruck on that right-hand side, but they managed to stop that attack by the Cronulla Sharks. Down to you, Lockie.
Yeah, it was a huge effort by Adam Reynolds. He was the one that released Katoni Staggs to go, and then Selwyn Cobbo to wrap Militano. So it was a big play there by Adam Reynolds on their goal line. We see here Katoni Staggs with an injury, but this is, you know, if you want to be playing finals football, you've got to be able to defend your try line under pressure. And that's what the Broncos did then. We might see a little bit of a crusher here. I don't think there's a lot in it, but he's going down awkwardly. But again, a massive wrap for the Broncos down their try line.
Penalty.
Oh, hang on, he's put on report. I was about to say, do we play on here?
Yep, you haven't lit space for the head, okay?
But Cameron McInnes has been placed on report, and Brisbane will get a penalty.
Oh, look at that. Just here, Adam.
There's a player that's been in a battle. Cameron McInnes.
He's been outstanding
too, doesn't he?
He's been outstanding for the Sharks tonight. He's been in everything, making 1,000 tackles. He's taken hit-ups up the middle of the field. He's probably the smallest player in the middle of the field there.
He's been terrific tonight.
Come on, guys. Wait for the tap. Wait, Waylon. Wait for the tap. Wait.
Brisbane finding touch on the halfway line. Kennedy, tackled there by that man we were just talking about. In Cam McInnes. It's 39 tackles for the game.
Brayden, wait, get up. Here, Cameron, wait.
It's 61 minutes too, Cam. He's been heavily involved, Cam McInnes.
Yeah, I don't think he'll be coming off the field. He'll play the match out.
Now Reynolds for Brisbane. Corey Jensen. Tackled by Brayley. Trindle there as well. Reynolds into the line. Goes to Gamble. Tyson Gamble. Last play here for Brisbane. Herbie Farnworth, the dummy half. Adam Reynolds goes to Corey Oates. Backs it in field. Capel's got it. Hines has him. It'll be a turnover.
That's experience there from Capel. Had an opportunity to flick the ball on. Takes the tackle right in the corner. Now the Broncos can really do some damage with their defense.
11 minutes to go on the clock. And the Broncos, they've sapped the energy out of the Sharks. That's what they've done. With their high completions in this second half, the Sharkies have been made to make a lot of tackles. A lot of their football tonight has been played out of their own end.
Wade Graham. Tackled by Reynolds. Well, they've got plenty of match winners in this Sharks team. Have they got the energy? There's 10 minutes left. Hines. He's tackled, and a good tackle there from Capewell. It's the last. Moylan puts it high. To Murray Martin. Takes it well. Little juggle.
I'd be ducking too. Royce Hunt there, I think that was.
There's Royce Hunt in a good season. The opportunity to start tonight in jersey number 16. Billy Walters out of dummy half. Gets a pass away to Jordan Ricky. Haven't seen a lot of him with the ball tonight, Jordan Ricky, but defensively he's been outstanding for Brisbane. Here's Jensen. Walters to Reynolds, inside to Martin, back to Reynolds. They've opened them up here. Hetherington, now Gamble to Farnworth. It'll be one of the tries of the season, but they'll be wrapped up 2 metres short of the line.
Outstanding work by the Broncos, the 7 and the 1. Tamari Martin.
On the line.
He sees some space back through the middle, backs up.
Use the foot.
And then the hands back to Adam Reynolds. And it comes out to this left-hand side. And Herbie Farnworth has got the points over Jesse Ramian tonight. Just couldn't find Corey Oates in the corner.
And that's a direct result of the energy that they've taken out of the Cronulla players. Cam McInnes, a little bit slow off the line, last tackle. Britton Nakora, he couldn't quite fill the space from marker. And they open him up right in the middle. There's Cam McInnes. He's done a mountain of work tonight. You can't knock him for being a little bit tired.
Nico Hines gets a pass away. Here he is, Cameron McInnes getting a pass away, and that's quick hands. Graham, there's some numbers here. He's put it down. There's Talakai. And Brisbane have got it through Corey Jensen.
A little bit of miscommunication. Wade Graham wanting Talakai to stay on the outside. Talakai thought, no, I'll drop it back underneath.
Tony Staggs playing it. Billy Walters the dummy half. Kobe Hetherington throws the dummy, then throws himself into the Sharks line. A try here would seal it for Brisbane, you would think. Gamble. Capewell. Just under 8 minutes left. He's got it back to Gamble. Now Reece Kennedy. Reece Kennedy inside. Oh, it's been plucked out of the air by Kennedy. All the Kennedys getting involved. Now Talakai looking to wind up. We've been waiting, and here it is. But Tamari Martin hangs onto his boot. Here come the Sharks. Kennedy, he's the reason they're in this position. Hines, great hands, Katoa. Pick that up beautifully.
They just need some troops to get in some sort of formation here, the Sharks. They're out on their feet.
Trindle. Braden Trindle. 2 tackles left in the set. Nico Hines. It's just not happening for him at the moment. And Hetherington has it for Brisbane.
Well, it's been the story of the night. There's one Sharks fan. He's showing the frustration. And it's just been one of those nights where they've just been a tad off. They've just been slightly off the mark. They're looking a little bit tired. They're fatigued. The opposition are playing some pretty good football. And the mix, when you have that combination, those small little errors, they creep in.
All the tricks. You can book him for children's parties. Katoni Staggs, he's the magician.
Oh, he's showing off now.
Here it is.
Oh, stop it.
Herbie tackled by Jesse Ramian. Farnworth will play it. Capewell.
Last tackle, Brilliant.
Last play here for Brisbane. Walters. Gamble. Puts it up, and no, it's going to be taken on the full. It was too deep. He's shaking his head, but this could be a turning point for the Sharks. About to enter the final 5 minutes. They need 2 tries in 5 minutes, the Sharks, to rescue this one. And this will help.
That'll help. Interference by the Broncos here, standing in the ruck.
Just for the Sharks, when they got players in formation from the set start, I feel like the halves need to dig more into the line.
Yep.
They need to be prepared to put their body on the line, take it deep in the line, copper whack, which will create opportunities for your outside men.
Yeah, which they've been really good at all year, JT. They just haven't had that same clinical presence tonight as they had in the last few games.
Jesse Ramian has it for them now. 35 away from the line. Nakora gets an offload. Here's Kennedy. McInnes. Hunts. They've got numbers here now. Hines. Oh, but Adam Reynolds gets on his back.
Forced the error.
Big play, Adam Reynolds.
Another defensive play by the halfback and the skipper. We've seen one earlier in the match on his try line where he used the pace. This time just brute force. The urgency to get to Nicho Hines. The dew on the ground forces the error. It's what you want from your captain, to lead from the front.
Well, it was 7-on-7, JT, skipper on skipper. And I think it might have been a message from the old fella to the young fella saying, mate, I've still got plenty left.
The old buck.
Let's go. Shot clock off. Time on. Break.
Reynolds feeding the scrum. Here's Corey Oates.
We gotta go.
Look at the reborn Corey Oates this year for Brisbane.
Yeah, I was actually talking to him before the match, Salty, and he said he feels good. He's feeling fresh, enjoying his football, which is it's important. It's the most important part of playing sport, is making sure you enjoy it, because when you enjoy it, you are at your best.
Well, he's got his body in a really good condition, which he's lacked over his career. So once his body's in good shape, he's playing really good footy.
Tyson Gamble. Last play here for Brisbane. Adam Reynolds is coming around to a short side. Gamble slow to get up and play it. Reynolds just digs that one in the touch.
Well, Salty, you picked that one. He come from the complete opposite side of the field just to take control there. He drives the ball into touch. He just said, boys, I'll handle this.
There's no urgency from the Sharks players whatsoever behind on the scoreboard. This is where you need to get the ball straight into the middle, get some formation. You've got a set start coming out of your own end. You should be calling a play that everyone knows to get in formation and put some pressure on the Broncos and try and score.
They're gonna have to come up with some sort of trick shot here, JT. 2 minutes and 15 seconds to go in this game. If there's any chance they need to score twice, they're going to have to come up with some sort of trick shot.
Moylan might provide it here. He's through, but there's no real support with him. It arrived late. And it's a penalty here, and Moylan takes a quick tap. It's now or never for the Sharks. Oh, good tackle, Tyson Gamble. And he's telling him all about it as well. The two number 6s. Royce Hunt. Billy Walters doing well down low.
Didn't get that from his dad.
That'll get back. Here's Brenton Nakora. His uncles will claim it though. 10 away from the line. Nicho Hines goes here to Moylan. Now Talakai. There's the fender. Talakai for the line, and they held him up. Talakai over the line, but I don't think he's got the ball down.
Stiffer with the ball. I have no try.
Oh, what an effort again by the Broncos right edge defence. We've seen how damaging this man is. It's his first real opportunity of the game, where he's got to cross the white stripe.
When there's support players, it's all right.
Selwyn Cobbo, Katoni Staggs involved here.
I caught a ruck infringement. So you can't challenge ruck infringement.
Oh.
Selwyn Cobbo. Outstanding.
Just looking to determine if the ball is held up.
Does he? Oh. I actually think Talakai's left hand touches the ground, but the ball, it never comes in contact with the turf. What a tackle, what
If Talakai
desperation.
fails to get the ball to the ground, we have a decision.
What a tackle by Selwyn Cobbo.
Gets his body in great position.
Wait! Stay on the line! Stay on the line!
So no try confirmed by the bunker. Sharks now, just over a minute remaining. Hunt, 10 away from the line. Here goes Trindle, and he'll be trapped with the ball. And Brisbane will get it. And with less than a minute to go, they'll get the win. Look at this effort.
Jesse!
He came close. Talakai. Great work nearing the end of the game as well. Well, 8 rounds into the competition, and with this result tonight, Brisbane will move into the top 8. Might be temporary status, but it's a sign that the Broncos are much improved in season 2022. And it's back-to-back wins for them.
Cameron, let go! Let's go, Tom!
Well, it's a great result for the Broncos, Salty. They played really well tonight. Take away a small fraction of that first half where there was a few errors, but they've been outstanding. Their defence is very good.
The victory for Brisbane. They toughed it out, trailed by a point at half-time, and scored all the points in the second half. Brisbane 16 have defeated the Sharks 7.